Image-based abuse is the sharing of intimate images and video without consent. So essentially posting nude videos or sex videos online for the entire world to see, which can be a devastating experience for mostly women. 70% of our reports are from women. But we've seen a 200% increase in image-based abuse cases into our office over the period of March and April lockdown. And it makes sense because more people are seeking intimacy through digital means, through physical action.
What kind of recourse do people have? You said it is predominantly women who are suffering from this, if they do believe that their intimate photos or videos have been shared without their consent.
The important thing to know is that there is help and there is support. So they can report it directly to the website where their content is, or they can come directly to the ESafety office at esafety.gov.au. And what we will do is we'll help the victim through, we'll get information,
evidence about their case. If they need mental health support, we'll refer them on. But we have a 90% success rate in getting content removed from the internet. More than 150 sites. So that's a very high success rate. And that's often what victims want. They just want the content taken down so that their most personal and intimate details aren't shared with the world to see on the internet.
And is there any support that your office provides if someone did want to pursue something like criminal action? We've seen an increasingly tough stance taken by state and federal governments over this particular issue as technology becomes more pervasive.
That's right. Well, I don't think image-based abuse is going to be something we're going to arrest our way out of. We know that 1 in 5 Australians has experienced this. The ESafety office has extensive civil powers to issue injunctions and informal warnings to compel takedown by perpetrators and to levy fines. But as you note, there are also criminal provisions in many states that people can take. The challenge with that is it has to go through the court system. So that also means that these same images that may have caused victims grief will also be showed in the court of law. And we also know that so much image-based abuse is a form of what we call relationship retribution. So the person who actually did the on-sharing may be part of the close family and friend circle.
Are you concerned that this is indicative that there is a rise in domestic violence at the moment? We haven't seen too many statistics coming out about this yet since the coronavirus shutdowns began, but there has been anecdotal evidence that that is happening, and also an increase into domestic violence support helplines, which would indicate that this is an ongoing issue.
Well, absolutely. So ESafety has a separate program called ESafety Women for women experiencing technology-facilitated abuse as an extension of domestic and family violence. And we are absolutely concerned because in 98% of domestic and family violence cases, harassing text, really low-tech harassment, but tracking through GPS surveillance devices is an extension of that coercion, control, and surveillance. And, we've got women and their children trapped with their captors who aren't able to pick up the phone and call. But increasingly, chat is available. We've seen a 200% increase in our ESafety Women information and resources, which means that people are they're looking for help. They're looking for ways to seek help through electronic means.
So if you are someone who thinks that their intimate photos or videos have been shared without their consent, what can you do?
I would say go to the ESafety office, obviously collect the evidence if you've got it, the URL. We will work to try and get that content down for you as quickly as possible, and then we'll look at the civil and regulatory powers that we have and see if that is something that the victim wants to pursue. If it is really serious, direct threats of violence or harm, then we will refer to a police agency, a state police agency, where there are laws in place.
And just on that 200% rise in reporting, do you have any data of just how many complaints that is?
I'd have to do math very quickly, and I'm very right-brained. But it's 200% increase from the average monthly numbers from last year. So we're talking in the hundreds. Over the Easter weekend, there was a huge sextortion scheme, which saw our volumes increase 600%. So that's the other thing that Australians need to be mindful of. There are predators there that are preying upon people's fear and uncertainty. This particular sextortion scam comes by way of an email. Well, they will use a dumped password from a previous data breach, and they'll say, we've got your email and we've got your password, by the way. We've hacked into your images and your videos, and we will put these out on the internet unless you make a cryptocurrency payment to us. So there are different variations of that scam. The good thing is we do have people reporting to it, and they're not paying and they're not responding, which is precisely what Australians should do.